Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And today we are learning in memory of Lord Sachs, Rav Yaakov Tzvi ben David Aryeh, Leah bas Feivel, Sivi bas Mordechai, Avram ben David Slavin, Shlom ben Yisrael Morris, Zipporah Fegel bas Reuven Baruch, Shalom ben Eli, Ben bas Feivel, from Hashem bas Yaakov Shmuel, Yirmiyahu Yechiel, Ben Chav Moshe Eliezer, Caleb bas Chanoich, Sarah Malka bas Ben Yomin. I think that's all those, and then the yortzites for today are as follows: Moshe Shmuel Reuven ben David HaKohen, Yosef ben Yitzchak Levi Greenberg, Mordechai ben Mendel Lipa Lee, and Moshe Bas Yankel Godfrey. We wish each and every one of their respective families long life and only simchas. So we come to the next of our gates, and that is the gate of zeal, zealousness. Right? So when we are, well, let me just start by firstly wishing long life to the Mendel family, who are regulars on our program. I know that Richard has suffered a bereavement, and I believe the Levi for his mother is today. So Richard, Michelle, and all the family wish you all long life and only simchas. And of course, we have already mentioned the name that we will dedicate the learning to. Zeal is a great virtue that promotes Torah mitzvahs and also worldly progress. It is a trait of the righteous. By acting with zeal, the righteous arrive at divine service. As we find in relation to the binding of Isaac, right, that Abraham rose early in the morning and he saddled his donkey, etc., right, even though it was very difficult for him. In terms of his service of God, right, he was passionate about it, and therefore he was zealous in his desire and want and determination to serve God come what may. So what holds us back? I mean, the question I think I was asking myself, and I'm sure many of us have asked the question, is what is it that actually gets us excited? What would we get up early for in the morning, right? I was, besides a flight, okay, which is sometimes isn't a matter of choice, but it's the default position that you have to get up early for a flight, otherwise you'll miss it. But generally speaking, what is it, that gets us up, or that we stay? Some people are early birds and some people are late birds. Let's say somebody who likes to stay up late at night. What would you stay up late for? What is it that excites you? What is it that you're passionate about in life? What is it that you'd put yourself out for? It's an interesting question, isn't it? I was looking at a chart. I can't share it with you, but you can look on your own, as to the daily routines of some of the great composers. We know that all the great artists and great composers had a rigorous, strict regime when it came to their lives. From Voltaire, who would get up at 4:30 in the morning. Beethoven would count out the amount of coffee beans to make his specific coffee. At lunchtime, some of the composers I know went for walks in the forests. Whatever it was, they had a routine. But all of them had an aspect, if you ever look at their day, an aspect of alacrity and an aspect of enthusiasm, excitement, zeal, that was a part and parcel of what was for them their service. It was part of their day. So I think the greatest concern is that this whole character trait of zeal is something for our younger generation which doesn't really exist. What do they get excited about? You ever ask your kids, what are you excited about? What is it that I could get you to, or what is it that I could, allow you to experience that would get you up, get those teenagers out of bed in the morning? What would excite us? What is it we say? Okay, usually I get up at 7. So I think that's a question in general, but the idea is that when we believe that we are doing something that touches our very core of our being, then we become passionate about it, and therefore that is where we are going to make sure that our daily routine is rigorous. It stretches us, that we are excited to get up in the morning because we know that we're going to be doing something so fulfilling, so meaningful. It's what life is all about. It's something that I know that people are struggling with, so it's something that we're going to all work on as a group. So it could be writing a book, it could be learning something, it could be a daily routine. But in this sense, when one does serves God, we are meant to be passionate about it. We are meant to have zeal as an essential, integral part of our daily service, right? And if it becomes a matter of rote and habit, then there is a real danger of us slipping into the autopilot mode, right? We put on the tefillin, we stand there with a siddur, and it's all a bit meaningless. We don't quite connect, right? It's not something that's a meaningful experience. There's a program on in America that is called Meaningful. I think it's Meaningful People. Very interesting program. We're going to try and bring it to our community. And basically, if you look at the head of Chai Lifeline, the head of Hatzolah, the head of some of the universities, whatever it is where people really feel they are making a difference, that they are fulfilling their purpose in life, not one of them is lax. All of them are people that are motivated, self-motivated, driven, and excited to get out of bed in the morning. And I had this interview with this lady from Chai Lifeline. Now, you've got to imagine, especially during COVID, they have had a most torrid time in America in Chai Lifeline, dealing with hundreds and hundreds of deaths and bereavements and young children that they've got to go and console and try and comfort and support in the most challenging and difficult circumstances. And nothing, despite all the pain and sorrow, nothing could take away from her being passionate about her work. And in fact, it raised her awareness of how important it was what she was doing. So that is it. So how do we become zealous? So I'm going to share with you what I do about becoming full of zeal when it comes to this particular character trait. And that is, I think we have to take one particular thing that excites us, that we perhaps can relate to. You see, although we have to all keep the whole Torah, there are aspects that our soul, that are the essence of our being connects to. You see, we're all different personalities. So there is no way that we are all going to connect on a deep level in the same way. For some people, it may be the intellect, it may be the intellectual rigors of studying, of learning. For others, it may be chesed, it may be acts of kindness, caring for the community, doing, the runs, which they're doing every week now on Wednesdays, dropping off food to people in the community, making a difference to people's lives. Others, it could be befriending. Others, it could be prayer, that they're going to sit down, they're going to take one part of the prayer and they're going to really make it an integrated part of who they are. And there's a plethora of other ways, as you can imagine, with 613 mitzvot and subcategories. But what I am saying, friends, to each and every one of you, and this is a personal message, and I'm speaking to myself as well as to you, is that it has to be, we can't go through life just coasting, just going through the motions, right? It has to be meaningful, and to be meaningful and to be passionate about it, you have to start with something that you like, okay? It has to be something that you like. So find an area that you feel you connect to, and then by investing in it, you will become full of zeal, enthusiasm, excitement, and you will be passionate about it. And from that, then you can spread to different areas of serving God and being Jewish, where it will have transform your lives, transform all of our lives. And that comes with a bit of effort, but it's also a lot of thinking about where to start from. What is it? Do I know myself? Do I know what area is actually going to be of interest to me? So we're going to stop there, but that is in essence the idea of and there are many statements to this effect. He quotes here from Ethics of the Fathers of us, that says that we should be bold as a leopard, light as an eagle, swift as a deer, and strong as a lion to do the will of our Father in heaven. You're meant to wake up, you'd be interested to know, like a lion, right? We're meant to wake up like a lion. In other words, not meant to be laying in bed. We're meant to, whenever we are ready to get out of bed, when we have had enough sleep. For some people, it could be 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever it is. Then get out of bed, get excited, get enthusiastic. It takes effort, but start in one particular area of being Jewish, and then it will spread to different areas. You have to invest. What you put in, you get out. let's stop there and let's now move on. And we, of course, we have the quiz, the lunchtime quiz later today. You're all welcome to join us on the Zoom. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He causes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even when I walk in the valley of darkness, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You set a table before me in the presence of my adversaries. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. May only goodness and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord for the length of days. We haven't said good morning, and we haven't said a good Chodesh. So a good Chodesh, a Chodesh Tov to Michelle, Carol, Colin, Peter, Rachel, Mervyn, Michael, Susan, Powell, Richard, Estelle, Michelle, Michael, Benita. So wonderful, wonderful to see so many on Rosh Chodesh Kislev, a month which we've been looking forward to with so much in anticipation as we look forward to the lights of Hanukkah lighting up the world, and please God, an end of the lockdown and hopefully heading towards the end of COVID. Plans are afoot for Hanukkah. We look forward to sharing with them all with you very soon. Now we carry on with a memorial prayer. We wish long life to all those that would be saying Kaddish. Adonai Lamim Zachoves Nishmois, Nea Bas Faivel Siv Bas Mordechai, Avram ben David Slavin, Shalom ben Yisrael Morris, Sipora Fegel Bas Rufen Baruch, Shalom ben Eli ben Bas Faivel from Moshe Shana Bas Yaakov Shmuel, Yirmiyahu Yechia ben Echav Moshe Eliezer, Kayla Bas Chanoich, Sarah Marco Bas Ben Yomin, and the Yortsites, Moshe Baruch Shmuel, Reuven ben David HaKohen, Yosef ben Yitzchak Alevi Greenberg, Mordechai ben Mendel Lipa Li, Moshe ben Mendel Lipa Li, Moshe ben Yanko, Shalchul Ilmam Bagan, Eilin Tevenu Chasam, Lachem ben Rachamim, Yatzirem ben Seizakon Avav ben Anamim, Yitzobas Chais Nishwasam, Adonai Nachlasam, Yanuch b'Shamish Kavam, Venomar, Amen. Lastly, Refuah Shalema, we'll have in mind in particular all those that are unwell in the community, and of course, Diane Aaron Troy, who the family have asked for us to have in mind, is still in a critical condition. Amen. Wish everyone well. Keep safe, keep well. I'm going to put on the screen just so you can see the next program up, which is on Wednesday. I hope you can join us then. All right, I'm going to put it up now so you can see it, hopefully.